Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome back, everyone. We are getting it started for the weekly candle open and weekly candle close today at 8. Starting it off with Dixie on the weekly time frame. We are still looking for Dixie to find a local top. We are finding some resistance at 104.30. If we open this candle today and get a little bit of a pushback from that 104, that will allow us to come test the support over here at 103.60-ish and give Bitcoin some upside potential before we find more resistance on Bitcoin and ETH at the local tops. I'm looking for Dixie to come test into this 103.70 area this week. If we get that, that'll give us some upside on Bitcoin and ETH. And then if we lose this level, we get that continuation if we get to 103. If we bounce off of this level at 103.75 and then actually take over 104 again, then basically we're marking in the low and then we're looking for upside continuation into the next levels of resistance, probably near 106-ish. That's what I would be looking for at the next level, 105, 106, probably 106. And that's basically all I have for Dixie. We are looking for a pause in the uptrend, some sideways consolidation. If we get that sideways and that pause, it'll give Bitcoin and ETH breathing room to retest the local highs. All right, now let's go Bitcoin on a weekly. We're going to try to breeze through this as quickly as possible. All right, here is Bitcoin on weekly. A quick thing I'll point out as well as this loads. CME closed at 52,000. We are at 51.7, so we have $300 gap to the upside. So a float up into the close today makes sense. ETH is standing at basically parity, so there is a little bit of a CME gap above us. Here's Bitcoin on the weekly candle. If we close like this next week, I would be probably looking for a little bit of a pullback due to the fact that we are basically showing some resistance right at the top of the resistance area. We were looking for a little bit more higher grab into the 54,700 area. And that's what I'm waiting to see if I'm going to get that by the end of the close today at 8 o'clock. After that new candle opens, I'm unfortunately thinking we're going to get pullback. So just be aware of that. Here's the daily on Bitcoin. And you can see we've been looking for this consolidation for a while. We're just going sideways in that little range between 49,300, which is our support, and the resistance at 54,700 through the fibs. So this is the leading uh, indicator. This is where we're trying to go to. EMAs are lagging indicators showing us, yes, the impulse occurred here. We are fanning the EMAs, meaning the uptrend is true and is legit. Issue is that as we're coming to the top near our resistance, volume is showing you buyers are slowing down, giving you bearish divergence. You are leaving overbought conditions on RSI, as in like you were outside the Bollinger Band, you broke in. You are on the outside in the bullish control zone on the RSI, and you just got the first drive of bearish divergence here. That was your first rejection over here. So, 2, 3 more days floating around here, then the sweep to the downside is pretty much guaranteed. So you have another day or two to mess around with this. But yeah, a quick way I'm going to be going with this trade is let's go to a 4 hour. Daily is not really giving you too much other than hey, it's warning you that a downside is possible. On the 4 hour time frame, it's already warning you that a little bit more downside is likely under this level. And I would give you the warning of continuation to the downside to come with a 4 hour open and close underneath 51,400. 51,400, if broken, will give you a possible test all the way down into 50,000 ish. So just be aware of that. And then 49,400 is the support. Closing, open and closes underneath that level gives us the risk to retest like 47.4 and stuff. But when you come this low and you try to come back from there, in my experience, they turn into dead cat bounces after overbought conditions until like the 21 EMA is tapped like on a daily. So if you go back to the daily, 21 EMA is at 47.4. Fantastic. I don't want it to go that low. And that's just me being greedy because I'm waiting for some funds to clear so I can buy. But I am basically getting, I'm not selling anything, guys. All I'm doing for the next, I want to say 3 months, because I don't think government is going to get an opportunity to increase interest rates in March. As much as everyone wants to say that bullshit, ECB is not going to be doing it. I'm looking for them to do it in June-ish. So March, April, I think we're going to get market to float up. And then April, May, like sell in May, go away kind of thing is kind of what I'm expecting. And then May, June, July will just be a grind of the lows. And then at the end of the year, we can revisit the local highs. So basically, for the next like 2, 3 months, I'm looking for us to just consolidate sideways, flag, and then pop back up. So on the daily, I am looking for us to, maybe grind out the low, but I don't want to see lower than 50,000, 50,100. 50,000, 5,500, any lower than that. Worst case, I'm looking for 49.3, and I will pick that up. I don't care if it overshoots or not. I'm going to be buying that shit no matter what. And then if it goes to 47.4, I'll add blindly. Okay, like these two levels, I will not need any human brain to act. It's robotic for me. This level is robotic for me. If I'm going to sell anything, it's going to be 10, 20, maybe 50%, whatever the heck I want to do. It's going to be over here. Uh, Now on the retraces is when I will start using leverage with Bitcoin and ETH when I start trading. So right now I've only been buying spot, 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 spot. Now I've flipped the switch. We've already broken out the local highs. We're in a new local high area. I'm looking for that retrace on to 49.3 worst case scenario. Higher lows are better, but 49.3 worst case. And I will be looking for that swing back up to take out this local high. So anyone who's shorted here, if you don't take out your profit properly, you will be food for the rise up to the 55K level. So basically 54.7, they're gonna front run 55K is what I'm basically planning on this one. Uh, I gave you the downside view, okay? Upside view, the second you have open and closes above 52,300, you should be considering that this little bit of wick gap nonsense will probably be get pushed out pretty fast. And the likelihood of that might come after a tap of this level, 50,600. Right now, we are just looking like we're going to put next 8 hours of grinding down and possibly after the daily close, look for a quick pop up. So right now, 52,300 should mark upside continuation into that 54,700 level if we're going to get that. Or we're going to go test 50,400 and worst case scenario 49.3 underneath that. I don't think we're going to get that low due to the fact that until you have an open and close underneath 50,500, there is no low. 50,500 right now is the 4-hour local support for continuing. And that's basically all I have left for Bitcoin. Let's go to ETH. The gist is that Bitcoin still has room to the upside. Don't think it's down and out until 8 o'clock today. At 8 o'clock, when the new candle opens, we have to see it can still be a pop up. ETH right here blindly is looking for a continuation up on a weekly. It's doing this from here to here, from here to here. It's doing the same thing from here. Same setup, same signature, RSI, EMA, everything. All of this is basically being repeated right here. After the top, you got a little bit of a pick down and then another leg up. This is the top. You're gonna get probably a leg down. Hence why I have this little red doodle. I'm not looking for that drastic of a drop. I would like support to just be confirmed over here at 2,200. But if you come down to 1890-ish, I wouldn't be surprised. It's just following the range in the trend, but it's an uptrend. The uptrend would be extremely, extremely, extremely healthier, not losing 2,200 on ETH. So that's the warning I'm going to give you. Any open and closes underneath 2,200 on ETH is warning that, hey, we're going to get a deeper shakeout. Okay. Now, downside, I don't even look at downside consideration. Okay, weekly right now, we have to break 2890 before we look for continuation into the 3200. Okay. 3000, that level is butter to me. I'm not looking at 3000 as any kind of level of resistance on. Let's go to a daily so I can show you guys a little bit better the doodles. And I might shift a little bit to the right. So this, all of this, I'm going to move it to the right. Meaning, if you actually break into this channel again, which is around 2700. If we lose 2700 on a 4-hour open and close, then this path of downside is possible and likely. And you have to basically wait for this consolidation to play out and probably do higher low into lower levels, then have a quick move out. We don't want to see this midline of this channel, this blue dash line, get tested anymore if we want the bull run to continue. You don't want it to go lower than this level for sure, for sure. Between 25 and 2600 is where I would be looking to scalp my long for the continuation back up to 27, 28, 32, whatever. Um, right now on daily, you are basically playing out your overbought divergence of bearishness, but the buyers are so strong here that you did not even get into 27. As long as you're above 2700, I'm looking for upside continuation. The second you get above 2890, I'm looking for you to just do a quick move to 31, 32. When this happens on ETH is probably going to bring Bitcoin up with it due to ETH stakers staking for Eigenlayer and all the ETH narrative right now compared to Bitcoin. But Bitcoin is getting staking very, very soon through Babylon Chain, one of the nodes that I am validating for. So look into Babylon Chain, which is going to be bringing staking of Bitcoin to the chain, and you're going to get rewarded for holding Bitcoin now instead of just like having a pet rock. Here's the 4-hour time frame on same thing on ETH. Unless you have a 4-hour open and close underneath 2750, I'm not looking for downside. I have these things marked up for like a higher low scenario, but they can consolidate. ETH is doing a little bit of a like the moves are more and more condensed on ETH because it's like $100 move on ETH is a big deal. But right now, all you can see RSI is basically saying, hey, we're looking for lower, but you're above the EMAs. So RSI is cooled off. RSI is saying lower, 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 and it's on like near the lows. But you're using 21 EMA support. So until you actually lose 2750 and have a 4-hour open and close underneath it, I'm not looking for us to even go test into 2700 or 2680. And I'm ignoring this because this is just saying sell because it's overbought conditions. But yeah, even if you get a move down to around 2750, probably everyone's gonna buy because that's the top of that's what we just broke out of. So you should be technically like looking for a consolidation and then the measured move outside of the channel. I don't want you guys to get super horny on this, but this is the kind of move I'm looking for right now. We've consolidated this channel plenty. So the break outside of this channel that we have right here, this is a pit stop, and I'm looking for a move like this from here going all the way to 32. So for me, it's pretty much in the cards that we're going to 3200. And how we get there and how long it takes, I don't know, but it's basically rounding up that hey, if we stay out on the outside of this channel, path of least resistance is going to use the bottom of this channel, this white, as support, and you're going to go test resistance. Then come back if you're going to break into this channel and break down, okay? But right now, the 2700 is support, this 2750 is support, and right now, even this level is support. What is this? 2780, the fib. So the fib is huge, huge, huge confirmation of support. Until you lose 2780, the fib, you're not really concerned about going into the next level of support underneath. And then as long as we're above this 2780, the next level is right here at 2890. So it's $100 higher. And then after you break this, you just basically took out all the liquidity of all the shorts, right? And that's why that short squeeze will push us next leg all the way up to here. So this is what a parabolic rises will look like. It's going to be fast moves, and it's trapping all the people who are short here and trapping impulse, cause liquidation. People shorted here thinking, okay, this is bottom. They shorted impulse, liquidation of all these guys. All these guys are gone. No matter what leverage these guys were at, they're gone over here. And then now you're setting up one more time. Now people think this is a distribution head and shoulder waiting to take out that liquidity. But the way I see it is it's also an inverse head and shoulder here, right on support. Here's your neck, here's your head, and now you got that Quasimodo 21 EMA right shoulder looking for that quick move out and taking out this liquidity here. So that's kind of what I'm waiting to see if it's going to play. And more than likely, it will happen within the next 4 hours, because this is now when New York is waking up, and they're probably going to, see the market is in the way it is, and maybe they're going to buy or maybe they're going to sell, whatever. But as long as we're above those supports, as more and more people get to the computer screen, people will probably be pushing this up, because it looks like everyone is buying and holding. No one's holding. I mean, no one's um, trading really. They're buying, holding in the retail world. The people who are shorting, and then they're using leverage to short because it's just going up and up and up. So they're DCAing with leverage, and then that's causing the bigger pop, because when those big shorts get squeezed out, they're market buying, and it's causing even a larger move to the upside because of that. So let's see how everything plays out. I gave you guys my thesis. I gave you guys my levels. As levels get broken or tested, we can see the next path of least resistance, and we'll wait as to what price tells us on Monday. So when Monday markets open and Sunday tonight, we'll watch Asia do their thing. We'll come back and revisit the charts on Monday and give us confirmation of continuation to the upside, or maybe we look for test of support below, and possibly a buying opportunity, and maybe even use some leverage. So yeah, aside from that, guys, if you have any questions or concerns, leave it in the comment section below. Leave a like, subscribe, press the bell button in case you haven't already. If you could share the video with friends and family who are like-minded. I would be glad to have some more people come in and debate some more TA. If you would like to trade with me, please feel free to join the Discord server. The link to the server is in the description of the video below, alongside all the other affiliate services that we use and recommend that helps the channel grow. So thank you so much. And last but not least, if you have any